How's it going today, guys? We got something pretty sick going on the Mustang today. We got Sean helping us out, and the part that we're putting on today is just some extended front brake lines because your boy's running some mad angle, and my brake lines almost got pulled out at the last drift event. So we got something pretty sick. Gonna take y'all through how to install these. Maybe this is our first time installing them, so help. So first thing we got to do is get the car up in the air, because we're also going to be doing a brake flush in this, obviously, or a brake bleed in this, obviously. But the problem we have is, just like the Corvette, the Mustang is way lower than the Vet, and I have to use a scissor jack to jack it up. So it was really easy on the Vet. Let's finger crossed and hope it's as easy on the Mustang. I'm going to try something new with the scissor jack and the actual jack. Got the car up. Full spaceship mode's happening right now. But we had a casualty, and it was my titty. Titty got ripped and then kept going in deep. I love you, big country. This wing is probably the hottest part of this car. But these little Johnnies, man, they'll f you up. But it's worth it because it looks so cool. Alright, so now that we got the car up, we're going to obviously take the wheels off and just start looking at the brake lines to see how we take them off. So let's get to it. Alright, got the wheels off, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And just to like clarify like how much angle I'm running, we got the wheels over here. Gonna wash them because they're the second best part of the car. But all of that, you can see how all of that's shiny right on that lip right there. That's because there's so much angle, the wheels are obviously spinning and running into my control arm or something down there. I haven't actually looked, but I'm going to and figure it out and finally put my steering stops in, because I've yet to ever put the steering stops in on this kit. Thank you, Matt Sopa, for telling me to actually run those. But yeah, there's a better view of the kit. Got some good old BCs on there, and right here is where the steering stops should go, but obviously they're not in there. So the control arm, yep, it's rubbing the control arm. The control arm is obviously the steering stop now. So yeah, like I said before, I'm running the Steve Mass Stage 3 arms, Mass Motorsports bump steer kit, and then Duncan Motorsports Stage 3 knuckles, and that's what is called the Wise Fox kit. And this car was aligned by Matt Sopa. So if any of y'all are in the Phoenix area, or if not, it is worth the drive to him. This car is amazing, and I 100% think it's because of his alignment. So thank you again, Matt, and let's get to these front brake lines. Alright, so we came to the conclusion that, one, we don't know what the we're doing, and two, we're going to figure it out. So what we're going to do first is we're going to take this off, catch all the fluid underneath, and then the next step, because it's really only two things, is up here is that hard line that goes into that transfers into the stock or the soft line. So we're gonna play with that and figure it out on that first before we go to the nice expensive extended brake lines and possibly those up. And hopefully by the time we get the hard line disconnected, we have a general idea of how to work the new brake line to the hard line, and we won't f up the new brake line. So, all right, let's get some wrenches and actually start doing work.
That thing bleeding to the, you know what I mean?
Walkie slide.
That thing bleeding, P.
That was a lot easier than what we expected. To just unscrew from, you unscrew right here, and then there's this little clip, that holds it in to the bracket itself over there. Just pops out, slides out, good to go. Now that we got the brake line out, I can kind of explain a little bit more. So this is obviously the OEM brake line, and as y'all can see, there's a washer on that side, washer on this side, and I believe that one was a Shut the fuck up. So these are a special kind of bolt because they have a hole in them that allows the brake fluid to pass through. And this goes through the brake line into the caliper, and you have a washer right here and a washer right here. So that's exactly what you want to do on the new brake lines. Just a washer on one side, washer on the other. And then right here on this end of the brake line, you're gonna have this little one right here that was an 11 or is an 11. You're gonna unscrew this, and then you're gonna have a clip right here that just pops out, and then the brake line will feed through the bracket. So this is what the OEM one looks like, and you can see the little channel right there meant for that clip. And the kit, the new brake line kit comes with new clips, so you don't have to reuse damn near anything OEM, which is super sick. But you just want to make sure you get the hard line in. You just want to make sure you get the hard line in there, because that's where your brake fluid obviously passes through. Tighten it down. I'll probably look up some torque specs or something, because brakes you kind of don't want to over torque or obviously leave loose. So I'll look them up, and I'll either throw them in the description or I'll say them right here. Torque specs of the banjo bolt going into the caliper itself is 29 foot-pounds, which is putting a little bit of effort on a wrench. Just make sure it's tight, because it's your brake system. It's your fucking brake system. Bad things happen when it doesn't work. So yeah, we're going to knock out the other side. This is super easy. I feel like we were overcomplicating, or I was overcomplicating this way too much. It's literally like a couple of bolts and you just bleed your brakes. Like, it's honestly really easy and super nice. I would highly recommend this if you drift your Mustang. Alright, so kind of up. And you remember the part where I said the torque specs are like 29 foot-pounds? Might have gone a little bit over that. And I just pulled the threads out of the caliper with the bolt. So now it's not going to work, and I need a new caliper. So we already found a new caliper at a AutoZone, hopefully right down the street. We got to take this caliper off, bring it in as a core. Got to paint the new one. It's a whole debacle. So got the caliper off. There's one plus side to this is we get to go for a ride in that thing. Get to go for a ride in Sean's bird. So hyped about that. Silver lining to everything, guys. So thankfully the AutoZone that's like right down the street has the caliper in stock. So we're gonna bring this in for a core. And just a little setback, nothing too serious, so it's all good. The world is still round. Got the new caliper and immediately dropped it in the store. But it's good. Okay, so we got the new caliper on. It's all tightened, all ready to go. Nothing's leaking. No threads were pulled out. We got that up there, is all good. So now what you want to do is just bleed the brakes. I'll probably link a video to like Chrisfix's video or something on how to bleed brakes, because I'm not going to explain it well. But yeah, just bleed the brakes, and that really should be it. Okay, so as y'all can see, it is daytime because it's the next day, and it wasn't just bleed the brakes and go, because me and Sean bled the brakes probably about 5 times that night after that last clip. And then after that, it still didn't feel right. The pedal didn't feel right. It still went straight to the damn floor. So we were like, all right, f it, whatever. And Sean wanted to take the bird home and bring the Xterra over, because I wouldn't want to leave that car just chilling on a street either. So he goes down to QT to put some gas in it, and the tire pops and calls me up. He's literally just a street over. Calls me up, dude, tire just popped. I'm like, alright, I'm on my way, because the Corvette's bolt pattern is the same as his Firebird's. And that leads us to the vet just chilling on a tire. I gotta get the actual wheel back on it because it didn't even fit anyway, but that's whatever. But yeah, it was not as easy as just bleed the brakes real quick. Because we bled the brakes probably about 5 times. And then Sean's dad came over this morning, bled the brakes 2 more times, felt the exact same. And then Donovan came over, and I can't say thank you enough to Donovan because this is like the 5th time you fixed my car whenever I can't fix it. So I greatly appreciate it. And I just had to bleed the master cylinder. That was it. Literally took me and Donovan probably 2 minutes of actually working on the car to fix it. Not even. I'd say 1 minute of me and Donovan actually working on the car to fix the damn thing. And we took it around the block, and it brakes perfectly fine now. No leaks, and the brake lines look super cool. I guess we'll really figure out how well they work the next track day, so which will be January 16th at Wild Horse. So come out, catch me there. If I don't stop on track, it's because the brake line's broke. But yeah, so the reason why I'm pretty sure we had to even bleed the master cylinder was because I fucked up that caliper. So me and Sean ran real quick to an AutoZone and grabbed a new caliper, right? And it was super easy install. You know, you just put the damn caliper on and hook up a brake line and bleed it. But me and Donovan came to the conclusion that it was just sitting there dripping, and the brake lines were just dripping the whole time, that it emptied the master cylinder, and we had to bleed the master cylinder. So don't let your master cylinder ever go empty, because I mean, if we would have known it would have been a super easy fix, and we would have been done last night, but we didn't know. Donovan had to come and save my ass. So again, thank you to Donovan. And I never said this prior, but thank you, Mom, for the brake lines. Again, this is the 2nd video in a row where I'm doing a Christmas present for Mom, and that's just because she deserves it, and that's the least I can do for her, is give her the credit where the credit's due. And thank you, Mom. I love you, and I appreciate every little thing you do for me. But yeah, that's it, guys. That's how you install front brake lines on a Mustang. You know, it's not complicated, it's not hard, and I still highly recommend it through all the shit that we went through, because now I won't be pulling out my stock brake lines, which I got just right there. So that's it. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe, tell me what I can work on, tell me what y'all want to see in the next video. Maybe y'all want to see some Corvette stuff. Please make me do something with the Corvette, because it's just a bench now. But yeah, guys, maybe some Tundra shit, some Lexus stuff. Tell me what you all want to see next. But see you in the next one.